We are going to do word problems today that involve two equations and solving two equations through elimination to find our answer. So we're going to get started with there are 13 animals in the barn. Some are chickens and some are pigs. There are 40 legs in all. How many of each animal are there? Okay, so we know we have a total of 13 animals. Some are chickens and some are pigs. So I'm going to say that C is my variable for chickens and P is my variable for pigs. Okay, so I'm going to use C and P, and all together, total, there are 13 animals. So that means there are chickens and there are pigs, and that's going to equal 13 total animals. Okay, so we have chickens and pigs, 13 animals altogether. Now the second equation has to do with legs. So my second equation represents legs. So there are 40 legs altogether represented by chickens and pigs. So we need to set up the second equation. How many legs does a chicken have? 2. So 2 legs for each chicken. How many legs does a pig have? 4. So 4 legs for each pig. So now we have to solve and find out how many of each animal there are. So we know how to multiply equations in order to work for elimination. So I'm going to choose to multiply by -2. That way I am going to eliminate my chickens of 2c. So this becomes -2c plus -2p equals negative 13 times 2 is -26. All right, now I'm just going to bring my other equation over. So it's going to be 2c plus 4p equals 40. We're going to treat this as an addition problem. Those cancel each other out. -2 plus 4 is +2p equals -26 plus 40, which is equal to 14. Divide by 2, divide by 2. We have 7 pigs. So there are 7 pigs in the barn. How many are chickens? I'm going to take C plus P equals 13. I'm going to substitute my 7 in for pigs. Subtract 7. And I'm going to get C is equal to 6. And there are 6 chickens. Okay, so in order to set up the problem, you have to first decide what the variables are going to mean. A group of people bought movie tickets. They bought a total of 7 tickets, some adult and some children. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. I know that I have a total of 7 tickets. Who is represented by those tickets? Adults and children. A for adults and C for children. So a total would be A plus C is equal to 7 tickets. So my first equation represents the number of tickets. That's my first equation, the number of tickets. The second equation, they spent $72. The adult ticket cost 12, so that would be 12A. And the children's ticket cost 9, 9C. So my second equation represents the dollar value of the ticket and the total money that was spent. Okay, I'm going to have to rewrite this. So I've got A plus C is equal to 7 total tickets. 12A plus 9C is equal to 72. First one represents the number of tickets. The second one represents the dollar value of each ticket and how much money was totally spent. I think I'm going to multiply by -9. I'm going to eliminate my children's tickets. So that's going to be -9A minus 9C equals -63. 12A plus 9C equals 72. Again, we're treating it as addition. The 9 children's are going to cancel out. 12 plus negative 9 would be 3 adults equals 72. Positive 72 and negative 63 gives you a positive 9. Divide by 3. A equals 3. So how many of each ticket was purchased? We have 3 adult tickets. And then we need to figure out how many children. So I go back to that easy original equation. A plus C is equal to 7. 3 plus C is equal to 7. C equals 4. So then there would be 4 children's tickets. 4 plus 3 is 7. Okay, so we're looking for how to set the problems up depending on what information they're giving us. All right, now this one is a little complicated, so I'm going to skip down to the bottom one first so we can get that one done. We have 2 numbers whose sum is 28. So 2 numbers whose sum, which means addition, is 28. Use any variables you want. X plus Y equals 28. The difference of those 2 numbers is 8. Difference means subtraction. So X minus Y is equal to 8. If I look, I know that I can already cancel out my Y's because I have 1 positive and 1 negative, both having a coefficient of 1. So I can just go ahead and add those 2. They cancel. 1x plus 1x is 2x equals 28 plus 8, which is 36. Divide by 2, divide by 2. X is equal to 18. Substitute it in, and I would do x is 18, so I'm going to use this equation. So I would say x minus y equals 8. 18 minus y equals 8. I'm going to subtract 18 from both sides, and that's going to give me negative y equals negative 10. But don't forget there's a 1 in front of this, so I have to divide both by negative 1. Y equals 10. So does that answer make sense? If I come up here, 18 plus 10 is equal to 28. 18 minus 10 is equal to 8. So my answers would be 18 and 10. Okay, last problem. A jar is filled with only nickels and dimes. Nickels and dimes. And it contains 61. So nickels is equal to N. And D would be dimes. So they have a total of 61. So nickels plus dimes equals 61. So we don't know anything more than how many coins there are. There are 61 coins, but it's only nickels and dimes. Now the second one is telling us how much money those coins are worth. So they are worth $4.15. So if we're talking the value of them, then we need to put the value of those nickels in. How much is a nickel worth? 5 cents. How much is a dime worth? 10 cents. So because they are worth this in money, then we have to put that in with our money equation. So we would have 5 cents N plus 0.10 D. Now, if you remember way back when we were solving equations last year and we were dealing with decimals, we said, oh, who wants to deal with decimals? Let's get rid of them by multiplying by a multiple of 10, depending on how many place values we need to eliminate. So I have to eliminate 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. So let's multiply this whole thing by 100. So my N plus D equals 61. 100 times 5 hundredths is going to give me 5N. 10 hundredths times 100 is going to give me 10D. And 415 times 100 is going to give me 415. Now I got rid of the decimals. Now it's going to be easy for me to work with. So I think I want to eliminate my nickels. So I'm going to multiply this by -5. So -5n minus 5d is equal to -305. -5 times 61. Bring my other equation over. 5n plus 10d equals 415. Cancel. -5 plus 10 is +5d. -305 plus 415 is 110. Divide by 5, divide by 5, d is equal to 22. So we are going to have 22 dimes. Take your original equation of n plus d equals 61. We have 22 dimes, so n plus 22 equals 61. Subtract 22 from both sides. How many nickels will we have? 39. So we will have 39 nickels.